1 in 5 urban trees are now cypress-type conifers, leylandii or similar. It's meant boom times for tree surgeons, the back garden lumberjacks of our times. It can be gruelling hard graft, but it does have its highs. Laying low leylandis. And you do get the opportunity for the odd gay calendar shot.
Every day's different, and you'd be surprised at the amount of people who'd like to swap their jobs for ours. You know, people stuck in offices, you know, we're out every day, all weathers. But it's a sad, dusty, dirty job.
If I was looking for a bit of a career move,
stick with the TV work, 100%. Why is that in? hard graft.
Your tree surgeon roams far and wide, and Mark's next hedge challenge lies 42 miles away in Barry. 2 tidy terraces, ending in neatly clipped hedges. But there, in the middle, a green eruption of chaos. It's hard to get the sheer scale of the Barry hedge unless you put in a marker. So here he is. He's called Bruce.
It's the first time this year I didn't have any morning winter sunshine in the front of my property, which is a shame really, and it's only due to the fir trees not being tended to.
I think it's weird. It really is weird, because Carol pays for that one to be done, Stereo pay for the other one, in the middle bit, it's just left.
The Barry hedge is a social barometer. It thrives where community withers. The residents planted it together, but now they're divided about cutting it.
I just think it's a shame that 30 years ago, the community was obviously together enough to plant them, and now it's gone out the window and you haven't got that community feel about your street anymore, so.
Nobody actually owns the hedge because it stands on a strip of legal no-man's land. The neighbours can't agree on what to do, and the Barry hedge has taken full advantage to surge skyward.
Everyone will think it's an eyesore, but it's who wants to pay money to get rid of that eyesore. That's where the conflict comes into it. When it's people who've got to spend money, then it's a different issue rather than just talking about it and discussing it. That's what it comes down to.
While the residents dither, people on the other side shiver. The Sarji family are 5,000 miles away from Mum and Dad's birthplace in Kerala, South India. It feels a whole lot further, in 60 foot of deep shade. Their children make the best of it, as children do. But today is a big day in a small close. The residents are steeling themselves to stump up the cash and appoint a champion to do battle.
So as you can see there, from the one trunk, you've got about 10 or 15 trunks on the one.
Do you always get this involved in your hedges then?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you do actually got to get inside to have a look to see what's going on. You need to look over next door to see what's going on there. They've been cut sometime in the past. There's so much mess in here.
You must get quite scratched in your line of work,
Oh, it's
mustn't you?
horrible. It's very scratchy and dirty, just very dusty, very hot, noisy, and it's not a ladder job, it's a climbing job.
A job like this would normally cost well over £1,000, but Mark can be flexible. With Leylandii, there's always the potential for return business.
It's easy cutting the trees down. We can get people in to actually cut the trees down. The hardest part is all of us agreeing how much all of us are going to pay. It's a shame.
I'm prepared if you can get the people to chip in and see how much they can get together, and then we'll come up and we'll sort it out.
Sounds like a fair deal.
You know, do what you
It
can.
might work out right, yeah.
If we don't reach the money what I think it's worth, then I'll come and do it anyway. Okay.
The first time the Barry hedge is under threat, and it's shivering.
Have they got any idea how big a job that is?
No, absolutely not. And this is the problem, you see, when you go and price jobs, people just haven't got a clue what's involved because they're so used to seeing people going down with ladders thinking it's a 20-minute job to cut a few things down and cart them away. But once you have a look at the trees, It's a multi-stem, 30 years old, and honestly, they look completely different from the inside as they do from what they do on the outside.
Its fate hangs in the balance. Bruce has to rattle the can to raise enough to level the hedge. The can has been rattled. Bruce has raised enough to bring a day of reckoning for the Barry hedge.
This is it, the big change. Plan of attack, we're looking at this, and the way the wind's blowing, we can fell big sections off. So we've got 2 trucks, 2 chippers, just to get it done really quick, really.
On the other side of the hedge, a family keenly anticipating the downfall of their oppressor.
You're quite surprised this is happening?
Yeah, because the neighbor, he came and he spoke to about that, and we were glad because when we asked somebody, when we moved here like a couple of years back, when we asked someone to cut the tree and they said it's 1,500, so we couldn't afford that time. So we thought, oh my gosh, what are we going to do, to find £1,500? But now we are glad, so we are to only pay £35 now instead of 1,500, so please.
At one level, you have to feel sorry for one so mighty, brought so low. 30 years to grow, shredded in 8 brutal hours.
We've all got together, we've all put in our what money one could afford, and the neighbours, have got a result.
I didn't think we'd get through it this fast, to be honest. Because that's coming down really quick, isn't it? You can see the sun coming through already, can't you? Because the back of our garden's are blocked by the sunlight that comes through, see? So, much, much better for us now, yeah, definitely.
On the dark side of the hedge, formerly obscured hedge victims emerge blinking into the daylight.
You think it don't make a difference to your house, but it does make a difference to the lights. It's great, but it's going to be fantastic when they've gone. 2 left to go and that's it. Unbelievable, isn't it?
In these humdrum times, your tree surgeon top man gives us a rare glimpse of something skilled and rather elegant. A matador administering a lofty coup de grace.
The hedge is at a bit of a hiding, but that's the way it is. I think this time next year it'll look really different again, and 2 years down the line it'll need cutting again.
That's good news for your business, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It's a growing business.